following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night. And it's a TGIF, folks. We're going to make it a great one. Happy birthday to all the Marines out there. And, of course, a happy Veterans Day to everyone out there. Love has no obligations or expectations. When you love, whatever you do because you want to do it. It becomes a pleasure. It's a game, and you have fun with it. When you love, you don't expect something to happen. Whatever happens is okay, and hardly anything disappoints you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 34, NASDAQ up 4, S&P's up 3.5, gold contract down $11.80, trading at $12.75 an ounce. Silver down 8 cents, $16.89 an ounce. Oil off 33 cents, $56.84 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 16 ticks, 124.22. 30-year bond off a full point, plus 20 ticks, 152.08. King dollar up 82 ticks, trading at 94.270. The euro is trading at 116.75 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. We're going to look at the weeklies, folks, because bottom line, what you're going to see in the weekly, you're at highs. The cash S&P right now is trading 25.82. Bottom line, you had a high out there last week, closing high of 25.87. You might as well be right at the high. We go into the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials are setting up really the same way. You're down $35 out here today. We did have a high out here this week of 28,607. You put this on a weekly, and you're going to see kind of laid out the same way. You know, the last week, the range was from 23,327 to 23,557, and we're at 23,427. You can see right in the middle of that range this week. Russell 2000, a little bit different on the Russell. Now, we take a look at the Russell. What you're going to see with the Russell is that right now we're up 2 points. You're at 1477. Now, this is where the much larger difference comes in on the weekly. The Russell had the high out here of 1514, the week of the 6th of October, and right now you're at 1477. So bottom line is that is getting into the bar from the week of the 29th of September. If we go take a look at this and we put this on a weekly basis, because we'll be able to line up the volumes right beside it. What you're going to see out here is that when we broke topside, you broke topside with us 175 million. We are pushing into that with 128. So you are pushing it into it with lighter volume. That being said, you're in the bar. You're in the bar by about 2 points. So that is saying the probability is pretty good. You're going to go down to 143.69, which is where the small caps broke topside from the week of the 29th of September. Gold contract. Hey, there we go. Check it out, folks. Okay, gold contract. This is pretty cool. So You had a sell inside the futures market this morning, folks, at 11 o'clock this morning. You had the sell was for 40,000 contracts. Well, 40,000 contracts, folks. Each contract is 100 ounces. That's bottom line, 4 million ounces. 4 million ounces at gold at $12.75 is approximately $5 billion. Now, the amazing part is that the gold market could take it. It's hard to even comprehend. But bottom line, guess what? You only had a price downdraft of $10, and you got a $5 billion with a C, with a B rather, sell. And you know, you just don't know who did sell it. There's going to be plenty of speculation, I suspect, over the weekend. You know, bottom line, I'd say that the biggest speculation is actually not so much who sold it, who bought it, who's sitting there with that kind of. There's plenty of bids sitting there. That's the bottom line, which is pretty amazing. And I do expect as you go through the weekend, we'll also have plenty of speculation as to who was that seller, and was that seller hedged that as you know, for something else, or in fact, that's right, or in fact, is it someone out of the Middle East that needs cash ASAP to basically get out of hot water, or get out of the Ritz-Carlton, which is the jail over in Saudi Arabia right now. One of our tigers is coming up with a nice concept. There's no doubt. It only takes $133 million in margin to sell $4 billion worth of gold contracts, and there's no doubt about that. The key on that, of course, on the other side of it, is that it takes that much also to buy it on the other side. So bottom line is that it's a monster trade, and the market took it, ate it, and spit it out. That's the real bottom line. So it's pretty cool. That's really bullish. That's my take, folks. Silver down 8 cents right now, trading $16.99. And silver market, they've done 18,000 contracts. 18,000 contracts right now is coming against, I believe, some big numbers actually. Well, yeah, I see what's going on. SIZ. I got to go. We're rolling contracts now, so I'm going to go right back to the December for a second. That did 89,000 contracts, and that's rolling against 102, I think. 122. Yeah, so that's rolling against 122. Not bad. 10-year note. Let's go take a look at the 10-year note out here. 10-year note trading 1.28 million contracts on the way down. Now, bottom line is that this is going to get tested next week once again, because it's lighter volume than it's going into. You do have an expansion of volume. You know, yesterday we stopped pushing down with 1.6 million contracts. Today you were 1.28. You're going into 2 million contracts. The high of the one of the lows of the week of the 27th of October was 124.24. Right now you're at 124.22. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials right now down 31. NASDAQ is up 2. S&Ps are off 350. Coming right back, folks.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. Let's go to the world of Alibaba. So Alibaba, folks, okay, this is one of their huge days. This is Singles Day. So let's see. Alibaba kicked off its annual Singles Day shopping bonanza, logging 8.6 billion in sales within the first hour. Pretty amazing. Shoppers from at least 192 countries and regions swarm the e-commerce giant to scoop up discounted lobster, iPhones, refrigerators at a rate of as many as, listen to this, 256,000 transactions per second. This is like so far out, it's unbelievable. The Chinese company hosted a star-studded gala in less than tennis star Maria Sharapova, an American rapper, Pharrell Williams, to pump sales. As the event got underway, 93% of the transactions were done via email. Via mobile. That's amazing. That's crazy. Analysts are expecting another record day on Alibaba's platforms, with Citigroup predicting a 31% sales rise in transactions to 23.8 billion. Well, that's only half last year's growth rate. It's still dwarfs other events such as Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Billionaire founder Jack Ma is using this year's event as a testing ground as plans to revamp China's $4 trillion traditional retail sector with technology as an experiment that could help Alibaba gain an edge in China's saturated retail market. Pretty amazing. We go over and we take a look at Alibaba. Alibaba's up $1.31. You're trading at 186 out here. And let me just bring this back on a longer basis and see what we're looking at here. Yeah, it's been a one-way trade since 2016. It's $59 to 186. And if we take a look fundamentally inside this equity for a second, I'm just curious about within 5 years what it did. Oh, man, look at that. That's amazing. So check this out, folks. 5 years ago, it did 34.5 billion. This year, last year, it was 158 billion. This year, they're going to do 242 billion. Right now, they are doing as much in 1 quarter every 90 days as they were doing in a full year in 2014. That's amazing. They're E-commerce, well, there you go. Worldwide, their e-commerce is, in a 3-year basis, is up 115%. Internationally, it's up 40%. And in China alone, they're still growing by 38.46%. That is some numbers. Amazing. Inside the Dow Industrials, let's take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. Strength out here today, point-wise, is that you have Disney putting 18 positive points, Caterpillar putting 7, Travelers putting 6. Taken away from it, Big Mac is taking 13 points away, Boeing 13, Apple 7, Exxon 7, IBM 6. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have out here? So NDX, the leader inside the NDX, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is doing another ABC structure on the way up. That's up 5.6%, or $11.70. You get Monster Beverage, that's up 3.8, or $2.25. QVC is up 3, or 73 cents. Taken away from it, NetEase is down 3%, or $9.72. You get Henry Schein off 3, or $2, and Norwegian Cruise Line is off 3, or $1.69. We get into the XAU, the HUI, since gold took a ribbon in a huge way down there. XAU and HUI looks like they're going to hold up. It's going to be pretty wild watching this whole thing shake out Sunday night. The XAU is down at $1.07. You're trading at 80, 81, but guess what? Your swing low out here is 80.66 as well as 80.01. Bottom line is that it didn't break it, which is pretty impressive. It's really impressive, actually. It's crazy. So we're going into, let's see, you're going into 19 million shares. We won't have today's volume until tonight. The Gold Bugs Index. What do we have inside the Gold Bugs Index? Gold Bugs Index out here. Trading, also, this is trading down 174. This is a good setup. This is still a setup. They just couldn't whack it. Pretty amazing. Gold Bugs Index right now, you get it at 187.49. And that is coming into, let's see, 13 million shares. We won't have that till later also, but your swing point, your lowest swing point there is 184.81. Right now we are at 187.51. Small caps, let's go into the small caps. So the small caps, folks, what they haven't been able to do is get to a new high. Just yet. But it's been quite a while. The high in the small caps goes back to the October 5th, so we're basically a month later. We put this, the IWM this is, we put this on a weekly basis, and what you're going to see here is that this week we came down with 128 million, and you're going into 175. So you're going to need more volume to sustain lower price. What this is also saying, though, is that right now you're at 146.95. The low of the breakout bar top side is 143.69. It's probably going to get into that. The reason being is that we're already 2 points down from the top of the bar. So once you can start getting into that bar, no reason you can't go to the bottom of that bar. So we'll see if, in fact, number one, did he get there? And number two, as we get down there, how did we get down there? Inside the future markets out here today, we have let's see. So copper is off 0.3%. Silver's off 0.3. Oil. Let's go to the oil market. Oil's down 0.5%. You're trading 57.09. Oil's been strong, big time. Yeah, this is just a sideways movement with light volume. Oil still wants higher price. Looks like $65 is gained. So we broke topside with 325,000 contracts. Wednesday, you pulling back today with 169,000 contracts. That still keeps in game the $62 price target out there. Natural gas is up 0.3%. That is trading at 330, and we'll get intriguing here with natural gas. Natural gas is pushing its swing, and it does have some volume behind the move altogether. And guess what? It was snowing in Chicago this morning. Bottom line is that we'll see one of the not biggest cold fronts, but one of the largest cold fronts of the season, because our season is just starting, is going to be pushing into the northeast this weekend. So they're expecting temperatures down in the 20s. And if we get temperatures down in the 20s, they're going to be using, a lot of gas. That's the bottom line. Yeah, one of our targets up in New Hampshire is saying that it is cold up there right now. So this thing is coming in. I was listening on the news this morning. And, you know, you get that going, those heating bills are going to be going up, and they're going to be going up they're going to be going up pretty quickly. That's the bottom line. We get over and we take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here today. This is what you have. You have JCPenney up 44 cents. Roku, that was up big yesterday. It's up again today. Let's go to Roku. Roku is trading up $6, $35.20. And this is just one rocket ship. It came out with its earnings after the close on the 8th. And it closed at $18.84. So it's doubled in 2 days. How's that? That is a monster move. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are down 28. Nasdaq's up 3. S&Ps are down 2. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 30. We get the Nasdaq up 4. S&Ps are down 2.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 3:30. We get our tech update. And don't forget, folks, Dave does an outstanding show right here at TFNN every trading day. 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, no matter where you happen to be listening right now. Remember that you can get us 24 hours a day right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV. Now, as you're coming over to TFNN, Dave's got 2 great newsletters. He's got the Tech Insider, which is his weekly investment newsletter. can test drive that, 30 days absolutely free. He's got the Path of Least Resistance, which is his trading newsletter. Either one of them, you can test both of them for 30 days absolutely free. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I heard you talking about Roku.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if this isn't just a redo of GoPro and Snap and a handful of others. One of the things I did notice
I don't think so, man. You see that
You don't
revenue?
think
They're growing by leaps and bounds. And they're taking down money by leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
They did. They did.
I am skeptical. I'm more interested in this 5 million, almost 5 million shares short for 15 million float.
Yeah,
So for an IPO that's only been out for a month and a half or so, and for 5 years they never showed a profit, and then suddenly they do. So I'll say that this can go on for a long time, but I'm gonna watch it very closely going forward.
Yeah, well, they were only supposed to do. They came in. Their top line and bottom line are huge, man. Their top line, they're growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, in the bottom line, they were supposed to lose a fortune, and they hardly lost anything. So.
Yeah, well, I'll make a better case next week, but I'm going to have to dig into it. But what they do is they sell a little device, and everybody else sells the same little device. They sell programming. Everybody else sells programming. So I'm trying to figure out why these guys would be so much better off than maybe any other competitor.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Hulu, you've got all these other folks. And the only real difference is that they make a streaming dongle, just like Amazon does, just like Google does,
Okay.
just like 3 or 4 other people do.
Yeah.
So that's what I can't get to, is why is this different, and why did they make all this money when it's been kind of, you just really don't hear much about them. If you look at the actual units of that Amazon has sold or Google has sold of their streaming device, these guys are just basically a bucket in the ocean. So I'll look at this a lot longer. I'm gonna have to dig into the earnings.
Yeah, it's the amount of ads too that they sold. See, it's not just not the boxes. The amount of ads they sold around the streaming went up dramatically.
Right. Isn't the whole thing about streaming not watching the ads?
No, it's about selling ads. Every streamer that's out there, including us, are about. We wouldn't be out here. You got to sell ads, man.
That part I understand.
Yeah.
But Netflix and Amazon, I'm not watching any ads.
No, you don't. But this is a different. This is
right.
This system is they put the system in front of you. You use the system, then they're going to sell the ads around. It's the subscription based.
This is the television model.
Right.
Of selling the ads, and the question is, I think it works on some things, but I'm wondering, let me put it this way. A lot of the people I know that have gone to streaming
yes,
don't watch any more television because of the ads. So, like I said, I think it's not going to be something that happens Monday. But I'm wondering about what the idea of long-term selling ads as a service, the television model, does it eventually just kind of, especially for most things like watching movies and TV series and stuff, I find it very irritating now to be in, 30 minutes in a thing and then watch 5 minutes of ads.
Yeah, listen, I get you there, but I guess in the deal about commercial advertising, that's why, bottom line, Google and Facebook are worth so much money, because it's all about ads.
Right.
And in this case here, it's really not TV. I mean, they have Rukus on their cell phones. They're watching that, and their revenue doubled. So it's like, okay, well, doubled in 3 years.
There will be people that do that. I'm just wondering about the long-term viability of selling ads into movies. I can see short, if you're watching something that's 5 minutes like ESPN Sports, then it doesn't really matter, because it's not something that you have to watch the beginning and to the end to get everything. You could stop in 5 minutes into ESPN and it doesn't make any difference. But if you're watching a movie, there's a very big difference experience from watching a movie that's 2 hours long that's been chopped down to an hour
Sure.
and a half, so you can get 30 minutes of commercials.
But you know that they do more than movies. I mean, they do everything.
No.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with what they
Right.
do. It's just one of those things where I'm going. The big thing though is that people were short 5 million shares going into of a 15 million float going into earnings.
Yeah.
So the one thing is,
that's
I find
intense,
it-
no
to get
doubt. And
that
what
trick-
Dave's saying, folks, is that, you know, one out of, well, what are you saying? How many? You're saying 33% with shot, right? So
I'm showing
you know,
5 million shares out of a 15 million share float.
Yeah, so that's saying 1 out of every 3 shares have to be bought back. You get the stock going topside, and guess what? You got a good squeeze going on. Yeah.
You got a good squeeze going on. Let's talk about NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, yeah. You got an ABC up. Unreal.
Now, I went through the earnings on this one. I've been thinking this thing is probably getting close to getting some competition. Really didn't happen in this quarter. Raised the dividend 7%, 15 cents. It's going to return over 1.25 billion to shareholders next year. So they're probably going to have a floor underneath the stock price, at least if they're going to buy another or send out another $1 billion. That's going to be kind of tough to get this thing down fairly strongly. The revenue data center business is very good. They're still selling lots of video cards for machine learning on to Amazon and others. So they beat their analysts. But here's the thing I thought that was most interesting to me, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it today, and that is profit margin. There's only a couple of companies that have consistently been able to keep 60% profit margins in a hardware business.
Okay.
One of those is Intel. We know Apple does it, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But these guys are almost there, 59% profit margin on their product last.
Pretty amazing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gone from about 38 to 60 in the last 18 months or so. So the trajectory is that these guys are continuing to make more and more money on the basically selling the same kind of products as things go up. But starting to see, they came out with a new product that was interesting to me in that it was fairly inexpensive.
Okay.
And might be interesting to me and others. But they've got their flagships, which are called like 1050, 1070, 1080s. And now they've got this new 1070 out, which is, it kind of cut the legs under or out from under AMD. We'll talk about that when we come back.
Stay right there. Dave and I come right back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 28. NASDAQ is up 2. S&Ps are down 3. We'll be right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 30. You got the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are down 3.5. We're not talking about, I'm Mr. Dave White, and we are talking technology. And, of course, don't forget, you can listen to Dave every trading day right here. 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, folks. Right on your cell phone, go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Cooking, brother.
I wanted to get back to NVIDIA just quickly,
Yes.
and we'll move on. But kind of interesting action this week. We saw the chief designer at AMD who designs their video card. He was kind of put out at sabbatical, and then magically Thursday he ends up being hired by Intel.
Okay.
Who's tried to make their own video cards for a while, much like Amazon that sees any company making any high-margin product.
So is NVIDIA, Dave, does NVIDIA have the type of cards that they make tied up? Is that why they do so well?
They couldn't make, well, they've got a couple of things. One, for machine learning, they have a library that AMD doesn't have.
Yeah.
So AMD really doesn't get those sales in the cloud business that
I see. Okay.
That those guys. But
and then they have the electric car market too, right?
They've got but that's not much of a market at this point. So they're not making money off that. That's 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
But the interesting part to me is that they've got these big margins, but now they've got Intel, they've got the designer from AMD, they've got some other technology. NVIDIA's had a pretty good run. They didn't have any real competition in the machine learning field.
Yeah.
So they've been a monopoly.
And then they get the gamers, right? I mean, the other
gamers.
Yeah, right. And that's how they started, right? I mean, that's how they. Right. Yeah. Okay.
So that's still a good business.
Yeah.
But then AMD kind of was supposed to come out with this product, was supposed to really compete with them.
Okay.
But what NVIDIA did was they had this 1080 and they're selling it for $750 a whack, and that's how they get these 60% margins. But the part of it was that AMD was going to come out with this card that was going to vastly compete with them. It really never got to that level, especially in the gamers.
Yeah.
They never had a shot at the machine learning part. But Intel, they got the designer from AMD. Maybe, you always on these. What makes me nervous is not watching for a competition to come in and see those margins start to drop. Intel has just made its first move. This takes a while, but 6 months, 9 months down the road, wouldn't be too surprised to see Intel starting to get into NVIDIA's business a little.
Okay. And then, of course, NVIDIA's discounted it, but they also got the crypto business. I mean, they're using that. That's a small part, and they discount it. They say they don't really care about it, but the bottom line is that they're making money hand over fist there, too.
Yeah, it's just the numbers that they show, and both AMD were in that business, are very small parts of it, maybe 5%. So it's a lot of people talk about it, but it really, either from AMD or those, they're not showing money from it that really is significant.
Right. No, the CEO said that too. Right.
Yeah.
But well, for you and I, it's hundreds of millions. It's the bottom line. It's hundreds of millions. Just because the other business is so big that Yeah. What's next?
Apple margins.
Okay.
We finally have some kind of idea now about it. And again, either margins going up or down in these big companies, or make vast amounts of change in what happens for these guys, because the sales are going to be kind of what they are. It's how much money they get to keep and what they can get. So we now know the iPhone X costs about $370 to build.
Okay.
When we first started talking about this, even 3-4 years ago, Apple iPhones were, the cost was on the low end, was about $180, and they got up to about $230. So this is massively significant more money. It's $370 to build. And we saw, you brought up when they shipped, or we're talking about shipping, that Best Buy wanted an extra $100
right,
if they actually got one, because here's kind of what I'm thinking is that I did the math on it, and at $800, if that's what Best Buy pays Apple for a phone,
yes,
that would give them a gross margin of 53%. At $900, it would be 58%. So they're not back into that nice 60% range that they've been in, unless they got $1,000. And of course, if they sell it direct to a customer,
they get
$1,000.
Right.
So they're back into the 60% margins on it. The revenues may be up in the forward quarters, and it depends on how many people buy the ultra high end with all the memory with a little bit more margins.
And then buy the buds, right?
Buy the earbuds. But this is kind of coming close to being what happens in 3 months when they've got to sell these phones at some kind of discount to Verizon and all the other companies where you just normally go in. But they've, at least from everybody I talked to, the only people that got phones were all the people that had ordered it directly from Apple.
Okay.
Maybe it makes sense for them not to give away that money at the very beginning when these things are not being discounted at all.
Yeah, because the demand's so heavy, right? Sure.
The demand's so heavy. Why give that many to Best Buy and kiss away $200?
Right.
But that $200 is eventually going to come into it. People that buy directly from Apple are not that big part of the business. It's mostly the people that go up and renew their contract and get it from Verizon or T-Mobile. Or the rest of
right.
So I'm going to watch this closely, but this is cutting it very close to the bone. One of the interesting things that you should know about in consumer electronics is the 3-to-1 model. And if you look at something that's like a TV,
okay,
you can figure that 1/3 of the cost is what it cost them to get the parts and build it.
Yeah.
Now, the rest of designing it and stuff can be different. But if you see something that costs $200 for them to build, it's going to be priced at $599 at Best Buy. So at $370, if you multiply by 3, that's kind of on the very high end of what traditional electronics cost. And it's kind of pricey out here. Did you end up, or any of your family end up buying one?
No, I'm not.
You're an Android guy.
I'm an Android guy. Tommy bought. He didn't buy a 10. Maybe he did. No, he didn't buy the 10.
He bought an 8.
He bought the 8. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was going to get another one next year or something.
Right.
So anyway, to tell you the truth, the funny thing is that I was watching a couple of insider podcasts from Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And a handful of these guys that are all techies talking about chips were going, "Did you buy one?" "Well, no, I didn't." "Did you buy one?" "No." "Did you buy?" "No." "I've got one coming, but I don't have it yet."
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of people that actually got their hands on them. So again, we were talking about, especially last week, how many of these things are actually going to ship at the very beginning as they get yields up, and Samsung is still the bottleneck for what they have going on. But I'll be keeping an eye on these. But when you see the prices of these things dip under $1,000, you got to figure out, where they're coming from and where they're at. But gross, they're going to be selling much more expensive stuff, so the revenues are going to be up. But the question is, do the margins start dipping in the next quarter?
Well, stay right there, folks. Dave and I are going to be coming right back. And Bitcoin taking a big hit out here this week. We had a high of 7,800. Right now, you're trading 64.56. You're down to 662 bucks. Fast furious, folks. Stay right there. Dave and I are coming right back.
Larry Pezzavento and John Jameson are teaming up for a live hour-long webinar Wednesday, November 15th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, titled The Hidden Secrets Behind Trading and Investing in Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are some of the most volatile trading markets in the world right now, and this is a webinar that you will not want to miss. In this live 60-minute webinar, John and Larry will discuss a variety of topics, including where cryptocurrencies trade and how to get started, how to recognize supply and demand in cryptocurrencies, and the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this one piece of information puts you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders, as well as many more topics. Visit the front page of TFNN.com for all the information and to sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7, and we'll see you Wednesday, November 15th for the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Now we have the Dow down 25. NASDAQ is up 4. S&Ps are down 2. Let's go to Kevin in California. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing well, thanks. I just wanted to run something by you here.
Okay.
Check out what some of the smaller uranium stocks did today. Like pull up NextGen Energy, ticker's NXE.
NXE, okay.
Put it on like either a year-to-date daily or a yearly.
So let's see, special purpose uranium exploration company. I think these are zero-sum gain. Yeah, so there's no revenue. Okay.
Right. But it's not that. It's just what a number of them did today. Yesterday, Cameco, who's the big gun in the space, they announced a production cutback because uranium prices are stalling. So they're just not going to be producing anymore. But what that did is it sent, for example, NextGen, Denizen Mines, DNN,
Yeah.
Uranium Energy.
What's these things are always moving around all over the place, though.
No, I realize that, though. But what's interesting is...
You got to be quick. It's a Marine Corps birthday. I'm putting the Halls of Montezuma on in a second.
Okay, all right. But I mean, in conjunction with what oil and energy are doing right now, which is, they moved simultaneously during the last big bull in both oil and
Sorry,
uranium.
man. Okay, I got to move.
Okay.
We'll do it Monday. Listen, folks, it's the Marine Corps birthday. It's Veterans Day. We're going to leave you at the Halls of Montezuma. It's a beautiful thing. Dave White, thanks so much, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks. Go get them.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.